What's up, OberSports? Jacob over here. I know I said I wasn't going to be doing a brew talk this week because I'm in Cancun right now, but I decided to because I have a little bit of time on my hands right now, in between going to the beach and shopping. So we're going to talk about the Brewers here in Cancun, and the Brewers just capped off a road trip that saw them lose 2 of 3 to the White Sox, lose 2 against the Indians, and win 2 of 3 against the Phillies. And now they are getting ready for arguably the biggest series of the year so far. They're going to be taking on the Chicago Cubs at Miller Park in a 3-game series, starting tonight with a pitching matchup of Quintana versus Guerra. So this is going to be a very interesting series to watch. Unfortunately, I will not be able to watch it myself, but I will be keeping up with the updates on my phone, and man, winning this series would mean a lot for the Brewers right now because the Brewers have been struggling a little bit lately. They did win the series against the Phillies. They should have swept the Phillies. I heard that the Brewers blew the game yesterday. I think Shaw made an error, and it ended up costing the Brewers big time, and that was pretty much the whole reason why we lost the game. But I mean, you still have to be happy with taking 2 or 3 again, especially against a team with a winning record like the Phillies. Unfortunately, we had to lose the White Sox series. We should have won that series as well, and we lost to both of the games in Cleveland, unfortunately. But we have a chance to redeem ourselves now. We can actually beat the Cubs here, hopefully at home. That would be huge in the NL division race. Right now, we have a half-game lead against the Cubs this season, and winning this series, like I said, I mean, it put us at least 1.5 games up on the Cubs, and at the best, it would put us 3.5 games up on the Cubs. What do I think is going to happen this series? Well, the first pitching matchup, even though we have Guerra out there, who has been arguably our best pitcher out there this season, I guess you could argue for Chacin too. Those have been our 2 best. I think tonight, we have not been very good against Quintana, even though he's not been amazing. He has a 4.20 ERA, he's 6-4, but hopefully we can redeem ourselves in this game against him. Because I mean, I think he pitched 2 shutouts against us in the first series at home, and then the second series in Chicago. So tonight, hopefully we can, but tonight feels like the least winnable game of the 3. The next game, we've got Anderson versus Chatwood, and the game after that, we have Chacin versus Montgomery. And I think those 2 are very, very winnable games. I think that the Brewers have the best chance at winning both of those games. And I mean, Anderson has not been that great lately, but I feel like he's going to get it together at some point. And it would be a great time for him to get it together in the second game of the series, but I don't know, because I've been saying that he's going to be getting it together for a while now, and he still hasn't. But I think it will eventually come. Hopefully it comes in this series. As for the Brewers hitters, the Brewers have been hitting a lot more home runs lately, I've noticed. They've had a few offensive explosions, especially against the Phillies. They had 2 straight 12-run outbursts. Hopefully the Brewers can get the bat going against the Cubs, because we haven't been able to swing the bats at all. I think in the 4-game series against the Cubs, I think we were shut out 3 times in that series. I don't know if that's true or not. I can't remember, but I know we got shut out more than once in that 4-game series in Chicago at the end of April. That was very embarrassing, and I hope that doesn't happen again. And I know the Brewers are a much better team than that. And I mean, honestly, the Cubs and the Brewers, they're pretty even right now. Like, I think that in terms of talent level on the team, I think that the Brewers and Cubs are pretty equal to each other. Maybe the Cubs have a slight edge because of their pitching, but I mean, it's been pretty even so far. And winning the series, like I said, would be absolutely massive for the team. I just can't wait to see what happens, because I mean, we have been losing to the Cubs so many times this year. We are 1-7 against them, and I mean, even though if we sweep them, it'd still be 4-7. That'd feel a lot better than the place we are at right now, because they have absolutely owned us, and I can't stand having or looking at Cubs fans on Twitter talking shit on us, because I mean, it's just so annoying. Because they haven't really, I mean, outside of the Brewers, I mean, they've been doing a lot better lately, but when they were beating just the Brewers early in the season, that was literally all they were doing, was beating the Brewers. Outside of that, they were a pretty 500 team. They picked it up after that, since then, but still, it's very annoying to lose to the Cubs, and I mean, I really think that they're my most hated team in baseball right now. They're a very good team, by the way. By the way, the NL All-Star ballot came out today, the first update, and there are a few questionable picks there for the fan vote. I'm not a fan of the fan vote. I think that the fan vote, because All-Stars are something that, like an All-Star appearance is something that like weighs you for the Hall of Fame. Like people will look at your All-Star appearances and say, okay, he's got 8, he's got 5. We're gonna pick the guy who has 8 All-Star appearances versus the guy who has 5 All-Star appearances. And I mean, it has impact, it has value. And that's why I don't think fan vote should matter as much as it does. And I mean, guys like Javier Baez, who has had a pretty good year this year, but I don't think deserves to be anywhere close to the top second baseman in the NL. He is second in the voting. And then you've got guys like Kyle Schwarber and Ben Zobrist, and like in the outfield that are ahead of guys like Lorenzo Cain and Christian Yelich. And Cain and Yelich have been miles better than those two this season. It's not even a contest, and yet they still rank farther ahead of them, and that I don't think that's deserving. I think it should be different. Pitchers will obviously be picked by the media. I think it's the media or the coaches. I don't remember, but there will be a less biased group of people who pick those. And Josh Hader, I can guarantee, will be on that because he has been having one of the best seasons for any reliever of all time right now. So, anyways, I think the Brewers lose tonight, but I think they win the next 2. And I mean, I really hope that they sweep them, but I don't like our chances against Quintana, the way he's played against us, the way he's pitched against us. It still hurts that we didn't trade for him last year, but I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, we were kind of a fringe team back then. Now this year we might actually trade for a starter at the deadline. We'll have to see about that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I really hope the Brewers win this series. Unfortunately, I will not be able to watch it, like I said, but I am really, really looking forward to getting updates on it, that's for sure. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.